This is the third generation 250 Duke, and KTM has given it more features, updates to the engine, and this new styling. Yet, it's only 1,000 rupees more expensive than the outgoing model. Today, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about this bike. But before we begin, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Evo India channel. और अगर आपको ये वीडियो हिंदी में देखना है तो हमारे ईवो भारत चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें. Let us start with the styling of this bike first. The overall design of the new 250 Duke is similar to the new 390 Duke, and therefore it gets a split LED headlight at the front, but it doesn't get those fancy DRLs flanking this unit. Instead, it gets these body panels. Onto the sides, you'll observe that it has now received these new large tank extensions, but with bespoke 250 graphics. The bike now gets an offset monoshock at the rear and these really good looking 17-inch alloy wheels from the RC390. Onto the rear, the bike has now received a longer tail section and a smaller LED tail light with a T motif in it. The overall styling of the bike has definitely evolved and it now looks like a mini 790 or even a mini 1290 Super Duke car. I certainly am a fan of the way this new 250 Duke looks. What is your opinion on it? Do let me know in the comments below.
On the dash, there's a 5-inch TFT display which isn't fully colored like the one on the 390, but it gives you a whole load of information and is also very legible even in bright sunlight.
Let's quickly talk about the ergonomics of the 250 Duke now. Right off the starter blocks, you'll observe that the handlebar, that's a little lower. Now it isn't technically lower, KTM hasn't lowered it, but it just feels to be a little lower. And the same thing is with the fuel tank. Because it has been redesigned now, it is sculpted now, that makes the bike seem a lot more compact than before. The Duke is available in two seat heights. This is the standard seat height, which measures at 800 mm, but taller folks can also opt for the 820 mm seat height.
The 250 Duke now gets KTM's LC4C engine. It has similar bore and stroke, but gets a higher compression ratio and a larger airbox. As a result, it is more powerful, making 1 bhp and 1 Nm of torque more than before. The peak torque comes in 250 rpm earlier. This engine has a better mid-range and is also more tractable. You can easily stroll around town in third gear from as low as 25 kmph. But the engine doesn't lack any rev-happy characteristics that we might associate with a Duke. It revs hard till the red line and doesn't feel out of power on the other end of the tachometer. The new 250 Duke gets new suspension at both ends. Its chassis is suspended on a non-adjustable 43mm big piston USD fork at the front instead of an open cartridge unit on the 390 Duke. At the rear, the new offset monoshock offers preload adjustability. In the stock setup, the 250 Duke now rides better than before without feeling too soft. The ride has become more pliant and it does a better job of damping out bad roads and potholes than before. It is only when you're really gunning it in the corners that you might feel the need for a little stiffer front end. But you can live with it without complaints. The bike has also received an increased ground clearance and more suspension travel both at the front and the rear, which makes it more practical to ride than before. The new 250 Duke is 8 kilos lighter than its predecessor, and that's evident the moment you get it off its side stand. The weight savings is courtesy of changes to a lighter frame and wheels. The bike has become more flickable and is easier to whisk through traffic now. As a result, it also feels more sharper in the corners and is a joy to ride in the twisties. The 250 Duke gets a 320mm disc up front and a 10mm larger 240mm disc at the rear with dual channel ABS. And KTM has done a really good job with the calibration of this system. The brakes have good bite and offer excellent feedback, while the ABS works seamlessly with minimal intrusion. There's also a supermoto mode which enables you to switch off the rear ABS for you to have a little fun when you desire. The 250 Duke gets a bi-directional quick shifter as standard now, and this is the new system borrowed from the new 390s.
The new 250 Duke is a lot better than before. It has seen improvements in almost all the areas, all the aspects. It's more feature rich, its engine is more refined now, it's better suited to the city now, and its ride and handling, that has also been improved. Not to forget its looks. It looks mega. But the main thing is its price. KTM is offering you all this at just ₹1,000 more, which makes the new 250 Duke an excellent VFM proposition. This is one bike that should definitely be high up on your consideration list if you're looking for a comfortable everyday companion, which will also let you have fun out on the twisties on the weekends. Let me know what do you think of the new 250 Duke and its new updated features. And don't forget to give this video a like if you've liked it. Also comment your thoughts on this bike and also share it with like-minded enthusiasts. See you next time.